something to me that was revealing, but in a nice way, very authentic. And he said, you know, that seminar, and particularly that particular book, you know, volume we were reading on the Global South, he said it was like chewing glass. You know, can you imagine somebody who is chewing glass? Maybe that's how hard it was. But I said to him, and I can appreciate that it was hard, and it is. But it must. I hope it left some important, you know, treasures with you as you go forward. It's not an easy seminar, so a lot of heavy lifting we have to do. This is a transition now to graduate studies. So I understand the pain that comes along with that, but you can also see them growing up. And I will never forget him. One time we were talking about, you know, the capitalism as a system that has many wonderful things, but it's also very ferocious in the way it destroys things. And he was telling me about the visit he made up north to the state, Minnesota up north, to this great area, which is a kind of it's a mining area, iron particularly, among other things. And he was telling me on a dinner table with the family that invited him there, and how the conversation and what he was seeing was actually what the books were describing. It's wonderful. This cannibalizing.
Cannibal capitalism.
The environment. If we met 2 years ago, we would have read a book. It's a wonderful South African, but it teaches now at Princeton, and it's called Slow Violence. And this is about environmental destruction of communities. So one of them was in Bhopal in India. You know, the Union Carbide.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, I was in college.
Secreted this poisonous gas. And then the following morning there were 4,000 people dead. And they're still dying. Slowly. Because it is in the system. The kids.
The same thing happened in Ukraine. What's that place?
Chernobyl.
Yes.
So they got multiple myeloma, bone marrow disease. So it got genetically transcribed into the next generation.
So I think academic life is about studying contradictions. You look at something and it looks so beautiful. And then you turn around and it's like, what the hell is this? And that's what life is.
Very true. In fact, I remember talking to him one day on phone, and then he says, can you believe, you know what my views were on capitalism when he was growing up, not really in college. I said, yeah, kind of. He says, everything has changed, you know, after that lecture with you, some class, I don't know. I said, then that's good, that's why you're in college, you know, and that's how teachers leave an impact, you know.
Well, I was pleased in the dinner. He said his world was turned upside down. In the dinner, each senior gets a moment to speak about, you know, something that has impact on them and memorable. And he said his world. He said that to us in class too. In the seminar.
He told me.
But that is a mark of success in many ways.
That you understood.
As a teacher, but for him as a student, the transformation that's taking place. What that means is that their intellectual capacities are getting sharper and deeper and much more sophisticated. You know, that's good. That's good.
So you realized you used to have thoughts which was very strict. You don't want to change. You had a fixed horizon. The day you transformed after listening to him, your horizon widened. And that is important of being humble and being arrogant. When you're arrogant, your horizon is narrow. Arrogant in the sense of you feel your knowledge is all correct. When you are humble, your horizon widens, then you feel everything is interesting, you need to know more. And that's what happened on that day.
It happens to me every day. I read new things. And then it's like, what? And then I have to think about this. And then you begin to digest it. And then it becomes part of your own worldview, understanding of the world. You can't teach successfully unless you are also growing at the same time.
Exactly. Like our field, we need to keep on doing regular.
Beautiful words. So he was there to tell you everything. Now I'm telling you again. Keep your horizon. As you go, accept everything. then beautify your horizon. I'm saying in a poetic way, you have to beautify it so the others, when they see it, they feel for it.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what the beauty of knowledge and research.
So where did you come from? Did you travel from outside or where? All the way from
Dubai.
From Dubai. That's relatively easy.
16 hours.
2 flights.
I mean, there are people who have to come from South Africa and then they have to go to Dubai or Qatar and then they go that way. So it's already 8 hours or something like that. So you flew from Dubai to
Chicago.
Wow. And then
Chicago to
1 hour. From Chicago. That's good.
Nice.
That's good. I have been to Dubai many times.
Yeah,
But
really?
I like to stay in Abu Dhabi
Yeah.
and then go to Dubai.
Oh, okay.
Business.
The man never takes.
You
But
are
I like
from Saudi?
Abu Dubai more. It's more quieter.
No,
I was 17. So I did my A levels there. I did all levels back home, and then A levels in England, and then stayed there. Worked for the BBC as a young journalist.
do you still go back home?
Back in East? I'm going on Friday.
Oh, you're going on Friday.
I have the ticket ready. I'm doing some research. I'm writing a book on poets. The Somali language is quintessentially poetic language. That tradition is known in the last 1,000 years. But the great poets are dying. They're getting old and dying. But there are not new ones that are rising. So we want to capture those. So I'm collaborating with the British Museum in London. So I do that, and then I do the presentations at the museum in London, and then we publish those later on. So I'm doing some interviewing in East Africa.
I didn't know so much about, I was, just before coming, I always see that I use my time, So while doing that, I found out Mama Afia, the restaurant, that's the only Somali restaurant where you get the ethnic food. Even in Dubai, I didn't know there's a Somali restaurant to the specific cuisine.
But for me, at its best, and they're not here. I mean, they're edible, good Indian restaurants here are okay, but they'll be too-star. At its best, I think Indian cuisine is the best in the world. I mean, the subcontinent, what used to be a it can be in Pakistan or Bangladesh, but the whole subcontinent. At its best, I think that's the best cooking in the world. I've been to China many times. I've been to Beijing, the university. I've been to Shanghai. I've been to the old capital city of Nanjing. These places. We wrote a book on this, and they cook well, but not like the Indians. The Indians are a different class at their best. And it's the best cuisine in the world. Lots of people who in London you can find top-notch Indian restaurants.
Actually here is not good.
They're not good. In London you can do it. There might be a couple of places in New York and in DC, and then maybe in San Francisco, Chicago, maybe one or two. But the best Indian cuisine outside of India, I think, is in London.
It's in the UK,
I mean, London would be a very poverty-stricken in terms of cuisine.
It is.
Now there are some maybe Spanish and some Italians and Greeks, but it's the Indian restaurants. And it's not just in London. You go to Manchester, you go to places like Liverpool. You can see London, the best.
So what advice would you give him as a major going out for future?
For future, well, the first thing he needs to do, I think, and I said this to a class too, but reading would have to become an obsession for the rest of your life. You have to read.
Absolutely.
If you don't read, you vegetate, and the mind slowly begins to die. Really. Reading.
In your profession, does the reading has to be, when the book is published, is 5 years old. The knowledge. So we were always told, the book is 5 years old. So when we go and tell our professor, he says, you're giving me 5 years old information. You must read recent. So you need to read journals. So in your profession, how is it that he needs to do?
No, you see, there is new knowledge that is superficial and meaningless. There's new knowledge that is old. It can be 2,000 years old, and it is as heavy and as applicable and germane and useful as it is now. I'll give you an example. in politics, for example, there's a wonderful little book written by Aristotle, which is over 2,000 years ago now. It's called Politics. And it is the foundation of what we study now in politics. The questions he posed at that time are pertinent today, whether you are in Saudi Arabia, if you are studying, if you are closed-minded, then it's simple. So there is old knowledge that is always immediate and pertinent. That is new knowledge that is very superficial and it's like the wind, it disappears. But there is also new knowledge that adds to the value of the old knowledge.
Yes, that's
so
what
you have to do is you have to go back, you have to come forward.
Yes.
You have to go back, you have to come forward.
Especially in history.
Wow. You know, the great Danish theologian, philosopher, his name was Kierkegaard, 19th century, mid-19th century. And he says to us, there's only one way to live life. One way. Not two ways, one. And that's to look backwards. So if I ask you now, tell me who you are. Well, you can't talk to me about tomorrow.
Yes.
You will say, well, I'm so and so, and I live in that, my parents, and all you can do is go back. That's the only way in which you can explain the moment now.
Yes.
Exactly, correct.
But he says at the same time, you cannot live backwards. You can only live now and tomorrow. So steady backwards and live forward.
Yes, you carry it with you.
Yeah, and it is that that intersection that's really, academic life is partly about preservation of old wisdom, but it is also the invention of new wisdom.
Very
It's those two.
You know what you spoke? That is the basis of any research question. You have to go back to your roots. Now if I want to study something, I have to study the cell biology, which was done when, back then, and how it had, there is evolution. Then I come to my study question based on that. Simple as that.
That's right.
He applied in the way he told. And history works like that. You don't forget the past.
That's right.
You don't forget the past.
If you are a scientist, for example, and you want to study malaria, and if you assume malaria is now and it's only now and there is no research and work that has been done before, and you find out something, and then people think,
You can modify that.
or they can say, hey, we knew this 25 years ago, what's new? So in a way, just to even to save the new discovery, you have to be a master of the past. And then you can make claims.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
Very good.
You got a good boy here, so keep him up. Make sure that he continues.
We were telling, but it is only your words that change him that day.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
We have to acknowledge that.
No,
Sometimes it comes at the right time.
Well, you know, he walked into my office one day. I've never met him before. Never met him. So he walks into my office. He said before the seminar, remember?
Yeah.
He walks into my office. And he was talking about his major credits and things like that. He sat down. I said, sit down. He was standing and he said, sit down. And then so we talked, I listened to him, we talked about his major and that, and Russian studies and other things. I said, good, this is good. What year are you now? And then he said, he's going to be senior next year, right?
Yep.
And he was sorry, that's it. Okay. Very good. Now we want to make sense of all of those 3 years. Yeah? And get some grip on the movement of your own intellectual development. Come to the seminar. Even if you don't have the background in this, that's fine. Come to the seminar. Because I could sense that there was a sharp mind here, but it needs to be kind of captured in a way, and then released into a different world now. And I thought, he said, yeah, he's going to think about that. And I thought, well, maybe I frightened him, so he probably won't show up. But there he was, in the class. And I thought, good, very good. And he did very, very well. I was very pleased with him. Very pleased.
Oh, it was about that, your presentation. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
that is why it's so important to listen to your professor.
Yes, no. To be fair, it's the first time I met him then, so I really...
But why so late?
Why so...
No, he was
just
Well,
a
there are other chance. I mean, there are, we have over 200 professors here. So you can't meet every one of them. Sometimes chance is fortune.
Yeah.
You know.
I was about to.
Anyway, no need to live in the past.
Yeah,
Stuff.
you know,
No, but
but I'm glad he came.
No,
and
you should learn.
Sometimes it happens at the beginning.
Yeah.
I had students here who I taught the first course for them, and then there are students who I met when they were seniors. You have over 2,000 students. You have over 230 faculty. It's not easy, even though it's small. Still, it's so dense, and the 4 years can be really like this.
Yeah.
As you very well know.
yeah, no, 100%.
I'm glad we met.
And I really appreciated that seminar and really appreciate you pushing me that day. Very, very much like throwing me off my balance, and then I'm like, okay, why did I fall?
You know,
And
I
so-
remember I talked to you one day, and you're like, Arman, no, wait, let me explain to you. You don't understand. Everything doesn't make
No,
sense.
it's good.
Yeah, no,
It's good.
no,
It's
no,
a-
no. But I appreciate,
really nice.
the first lecture where you talked about what makes a paradigm, and then I realized essentially, like slowly realized that, oh no, the theory of my existence is about to be shattered, and there is no defense.
Right.
So this entire time, my time at CASA, my old ideology is in its defensive mode, and then whatever you taught to just kill, destroy.
But here's something I would want you to do.
Yes.
After the celebrations calm down and you have found your feet again, send me a note. I'm leaving on Friday, so I will be gone for a while.
Yeah.
But sometime, maybe even this week after graduation, on Monday or something,
Monday.
send me a note, because I would like to give you some readings that you can do in your leisure,
Yes.
just in the summer to continue.
No, I was about to ask you on this because I looked at all the books I have and just seeing, okay, what was I really focusing on? And although I didn't read them seriously, so that's a big issue. But it was mostly me dealing with Russia's future and what everyone is thinking about it, and contrasting that with my beliefs on Russia's future. Well, makes sense. I'm a Russian studies major.
right.
However, what I failed to realize, and that's the biggest critique to myself that I learned in the class, is that ironically, I'd forgotten about the world and I was stuck within the confines of the Soviet Union. So I sent myself to the Soviet Union and I was like, okay, it's time to go back home.
But that's
to get out.
that's understandable. That's understandable.
Yeah, and so, no, I will definitely send you a note and like,
There are different byways to the great